With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 300 undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Now, the greatest radio shows of all time.
Suspense.
The Shadow Node.
Washington calling David Harding, counter-spy.
Classic radio theater.
The Great Gildersleeve. Fibber McGee and Molly.
Dragnet. Gunsmoke.
The Lone Ranger.
Now, step back into a time machine with your host, Wyatt Cox.
Good evening, friends of the Inner Sanctum.
Westerns and comedy on this Tuesday with episodes of The Six Shooter starring Jimmy Stewart, the final episode of the one-season series. Fibber McGee and Molly will also be with us this hour. I'll also hear from Fort Laramie starring Raymond Burr and My Favorite Husband. And we'll wrap it all up with an episode of The Couple Next Door starring Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce. That's what's coming up on this Tuesday, 24th day of June, 175th day of the year, 190 days left in 2025. In 1497, John Cabot landed on North America in Newfoundland. He was the first European explorer of the region since the Vikings. The colony of New Jersey founded on this date in 1664. In 1916, Mary Pickford became the first female film star to get $1 million contract. Today, that would be over $29 million. In 1938, a 450 metric ton meteorite struck the Earth in an empty field near Chicora, Pennsylvania. In 1947, Kenneth Arnold made the first widely reported UFO sighting near Mount Rainier, Washington. In 1948, the start of the Berlin blockade, the Soviet Union made overland travel between the West with West Berlin impossible. General Lucius Clay soon predicted the Soviets would fail.
The Soviet planners failed to recognize our strength in the air. They did not understand our determination to fulfill our obligations.
And the Berlin blockade would not last long. On this date in 1949, the first television western, Hopalong Cassidy, aired on NBC, starring William Boyd. Now, Boyd played Cassidy from 1935 until his passing in 1972. Studio interest waned in Hopalong, so he scraped up all the money he could. He purchased the rights to the character and the old movies. Boyd self-funded his own fortune. The result was that William Boyd owned the hottest property in early TV, Lock, Stock, and Gun Barrel. Released on this date in 1954, The Caine Mutiny.
I know exactly what he'll tell you. Lies. He was no different from any other officer in the wardroom. They were all disloyal. I tried to run the ship properly with the book, but they fought me at every turn. If the crew wanted to walk around with their shirt tails hanging out, that's all right. Let them. Take the tow line. Defective equipment, no more, no less. But they encouraged the crew to go around scoffing at me and spreading wild rumors about steaming in circles and then old Yellowstain. I was to blame for Lieutenant Merrick's incompetence and poor seamanship. Lieutenant Merrick was the perfect officer, but not Captain Queeg. But the strawberries, that's where I had them. They laughed at me and made jokes. But I proved beyond the shadow of a doubt and with geometric logic that a duplicate key to the wardrobe icebox did exist.
The film received Oscar nominations for Best Picture, Best Actor for Bogey there, Best Supporting Actor, Tom Tully, Best Screenplay, Best Sound Recording, Best Film Editing, and Best Dramatic Score by Max Steiner. The second highest grossing film in the U.S. in 1954, 52 years later to the day. A section of 103rd Street between Broadway and West End Avenue in New York City, renamed Humphrey Bogart Place. Lauren Bacall and her son Stephen Bogart present at the commemoration event. She said Bogey would never have believed it. Lauren Bacall expressed to the assembled group of city officials and onlookers in attendance. Supreme Court ruled on this date in 1957 that obscenity was not protected by the First Amendment. Following talks with Soviet leader Leonid Brezhnev and President Nixon, Brezhnev departed the U.S. for the Soviet Union on this date in 1973. He left from San Clemente, California. The president made these remarks.
You can tell them that the American people, not just the American leaders, but the American people welcome the opportunity to work with the people of Soviet Union to build peace between each other and peace for the world.
Brezhnev expressed similar sentiments. In 1983, Sally Ride, the first female American astronaut, returned to Earth on this date in 1983. In 1993, Yale computer scientist Dr. David Geltner lost the sight in one eye, the hearing in one ear, and part of his right hand after receiving a mail bomb from the Unabomber. In New York on this date in 2004, capital punishment declared unconstitutional. In 2007, the Angora fire started near South Lake Tahoe, destroying 200-plus structures in its first 48 hours. It was on this date a sad day in 2021. The Champlain Tower South condominium in Surfside, Florida, suffered a sudden partial collapse. 98 people were killed. Then Mayor of Surfside, Charles Burkett, in the hours after the collapse.
There are over 100 units in that building. That's what is frightening us very badly right now. They sent the dogs in. We had no hits on the dogs, so there were no sounds.
Now, the National Institute of Standards and Technology investigated the cause of the collapse, a process expected to take years. Champlain South had a long history of maintenance problems and questions raised about the quality of its original construction and inspections in the early 80s. In 2022, in Dobbs versus Jackson Women's Health Organization, Supreme Court ruled the Constitution does not assign the authority to regulate abortions to the federal government, thereby returning such authority to the individual states, overturning Roe v. Wade and Planned Parenthood versus Casey in 73 and 92, respectively. President Biden was not pleased.
My administration is going to focus on how they administer it and whether or not they violate other laws, like deciding to not allow people to cross state lines to get public health services. And we're going to take actions to protect women's rights and reproductive health.
While Pastor Joseph Spurgeon said it was bound to happen.
There was no constitutional basis for it and no really moral or ethical basis for it when they decided Roe v. Wade. So this was a long time coming.
So the process of abortion legislation turned back to the states on this date 3 years ago today. Passing away on this date, Jackie Gleason.
He was the great one and always will be. I don't think his talent will never be matched for a long, long time, if ever.
Audrey Meadows, who for a number of years back in the 50s was second banana to Gleason as Alice Cramden. Jackie Gleason passing away on this date. Others that we lost on this date included Lucretia Borgia, one of the signers of the Declaration of Independence, two of them actually, Matthew Thornton and Thomas McKean. Also, President Grover Cleveland passing on this date of heart failure. British comedian Tony Hancock, actor Brian Keith, ventriloquist Paul Winchell. Y'all remember Jerry Mahoney from back in the 50s, don't you? Also, pro wrestler Chris Benoit, a very, very sad story. And a lot of people died around Chris on that day that he died. It was unconscionable. Very, very sad. Actor Eli Wallach. And a folklore subject, Craig Shergold. Now, in 1988, Shergold began complaining of earaches. Antibiotics unsuccessful in treating the symptoms. In 1989, doctors diagnosed him at the age of 9 with what they considered terminal brain cancer, where Shergold's friends and relatives began a chain letter campaign requesting individuals to send greeting cards to him with the goal of beating the Guinness Book of World Records for greeting cards received. Campaign successful, Shergold's name added to the Guinness Book in 1991 as having received over 16 million get well cards. And again in the 1992 book, he received by then over 33 million cards, Well, meanwhile, American billionaire John Klug, the founder of Metro Media, learned of Shergold's illness, arranged for him to travel to the U.S. for a new type of operation. He was operated on in 1991 at the University of Virginia Medical Center, a physician able to remove virtually all of the tumor except for a benign fragment. Since 1989, Shergold received approximately 300 million greeting cards. Sadly, COVID got him. He died in 2020 from COVID-related pneumonia. Let's turn to birthdays here on this date in history. Clergyman reformer Henry Ward Beecher, born on this date in history. Walt Disney's relative, Roy Disney, a founder of Disney, born on this date. Boxer Jack Dempsey. Phil Harris and the Boomp to Boomp. That's what he likes about the South, you know that. Also, the Yardbirds, Jeff Beck, and Tiny Lister from Friday, The Fifth Element, and the pro wrestling No Holds Barred motion picture. All those folks born on this date in history.
Hi, this is Jeff Foxworthy. It is now time for the birthday announcements. The following people are now officially older than dirt.
Those still with us on this date in history include Knox Landing star Michelle Lee, The Crazy World of Arthur Brown, the God of Hellfire, 83 years old today, Arthur Brown. Fleetwood Mac's Mick Fleetwood, 78. From RoboCop, Peter Weller is 78, and also celebrating a birthday today, his co-star Nancy Allen. Remember her from RoboCop, also from Carrie and Dressed to Kill. Nancy Allen, 75. From ER, Sherry Stringfield is 58. The singer Glenn Medeiros, Nothing's Gonna Change My Love for You. He is 55 years old today. Mindy Kaling is 46.
You lied about being pregnant.
Right, so?
You really don't understand why that might make me kind of angry.
No.
We're never getting back together.
Why not?
From The Office, also from the Mindy Project, Mindy Kaling, 46 years old today. From Friday Night Lights, Almost Human and Titans, Minka Kelly is 45. And Beyonce's sister Solange Knowles is 39 today. Those just a few of the people celebrating the 24th day of June as their birthday. If this is your birthday.
Hi, we're the Four Freshmen, and we just want to say happy birthday to you.
And we'll get underway on this Tuesday Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox with Western Adventure, Jimmy Stewart as the six-shooter. The final show of the series is next.
Listen and learn through civil defense. This is Johnny Cash. I'd like all of you to remember that America can withstand enemy attack if we support the emergency plans of our community and learn to help ourselves. Make sure you're prepared. Contact your local civil defense office today.
We continue now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. The last episode of The Six-Shooter starring Jimmy Stewart, 71 years ago today, June 24th, 1954.
In just a moment, you'll hear James Stewart as the six-shooter. There's music for you tomorrow with two of your favorite song stylists, Dinah Shore and Frank Sinatra. And tomorrow you'll also hear a special RCA 35th anniversary program starring another of your vocal favorites, Perry Como. Friday also means comedy on NBC, and the laugh merchants include Fibber McGee and Molly and the experts on Can You Top This? It's a big Friday evening on NBC. James Stewart as the six-shooter. The man in the saddle is angular and long-legged. His skin is sun-dyed brown. The gun in his holster is gray steel and rainbow mother of pearl, its handle unmarked. People call them both the six-shooter. The NBC Radio Network presents James Stewart as the six-shooter, a transcribed series of radio dramas based on the life of Britt Ponson. The Texas plainsman who wandered through the western territories, leaving behind a trail of still remembered legends.
Lamb Trot!
Oh.
Where are you, Lamb?
This stall here, Britt. I'm currying down one of my mares. Thought you said you was going to sleep late this morning.
Oh, I just can't seem to get used to a hotel bed. The way you sink down in them, you feel like you're lying in a pile of quicksand. Well, where's Scar?
Huh?
Scar? Why, my horse. I thought maybe I'd take a ride out towards Saucer Mountain. Which stall's in, huh?
Well, now, Britt, I don't want you to fly off the handle.
What? What are you talking about?
Well, the fact is, Scar ain't in no stall at the moment.
Well, what's happened to him?
Now, Britt, you know I wouldn't let anything happen to a horse that was left in my livery stable. You know that, don't you?
Lamb, where's Scar? Just tell me where he is.
Well, he's out.
Out?
You remember Jess Alden, who runs the Willow Fork Gazette?
Sure.
Well, sir, Jess and his wife Zoe has got a young lady visiting him. Myra Barker, her name is. She's Zoe's niece.
Well, what in the thunder's all this got to do with my horse?
Now, there's no need to get your head up, Britt. I'm explaining to you about Scar.
Well, you're telling me about some woman named Myra Barker. Now,
well, that's where Scar is at. Myra took him out for a little canter.
What?
Well, now, you see, she's from back east somewhere, and she ain't got no horse of her own, so every once in a while she rents one of mine.
Well, all right, go on, Lamb.
Well, she come into the stable this morning about an hour ago, just when I was opening up, and she said she felt like taking a little gallop to work up an appetite for breakfast, and so she is a first-class rider, Britt.
I don't care if she... What's got into you, Lamb? The idea of letting some woman ride out of here with Scar. Well, I never heard such a thing in my life.
Now, I tried to argue with her, but Miss Barker is a real forceful young lady. She said she was sure you wouldn't mind since she was only going a short ways, and she told me I was to give you the rental fee, and here it is, Britt, 25 cents.
I don't want any money, Lamb. I want my horse.
Well, they ought to be back, but now, Miss Barker usually never stays out more than 30 minutes.
Yeah,
but now, Britt, don't start fretting about Scar. She'll bring him in all right.
I'm not worried about him. He'll come in of his own accord.
Of his own accord? What are you talking about?
I've had that horse since he was a colt. I broke him myself.
Sure, Britt, sure.
Why, he won't let anybody else ride him but me. Well, the last time anybody tried to mount that horse, he spooked and he threw the fellow a good 20 feet right straight up in the air.
20 feet? Oh, you don't say. Well, I noticed he acted kind of skittish when she started getting on, but I figured that was because he wasn't used to being rode with a side saddle.
Oh, of course he's He's side saddle? You mean she's riding Scar's side saddle?
Well, she's a real lady, Britt.
Yeah, she a lady. She won't be much of a lady lying out in a bed of cactus somewheres. Come on, we'd better start looking.
Yeah, I guess so. Well, I'll take that gelding, and you can take my... Britt! Britt, looky there. This is through the door. See her coming down the street?
Well, I'll be darned.
Say, I never knew Scar was a trick horse.
Neither did I.
Well, then where'd he learn that fancy step she's got him doing?
Got me, Lamb.
Oh, you had me all worried, saying he wouldn't let nobody else ride him. I ought to know better than to take you serious, Britt.
Whoa, now.
Here, Miss Barker, let me give you a hand.
Oh, thank you, William.
I do declare he acts like he don't want you to get off.
Oh, I guess he's going to miss me, aren't you, boys? Oh, that's a nice boy. He certainly is a fine animal, Lim. The man who owns him surely must be proud.
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Oh?
Miss Barker, this is Mr. Ponsett. Remember I told you Scar belongs to him?
Oh, yes, of course. How are you, Mr. Ponsett?
Well, I'm pleased to meet you, ma'am.
I hope you don't mind my borrowing Scar. Mr. Truitt didn't want me to take him, but I just couldn't resist the way he looked at me. It was almost like he was asking me to go for a trot.
Well, yes, ma'am.
You take good care of him, Mr. Ponsett. You wouldn't want anything to happen to a wonderful animal like that.
Oh, no, I sure wouldn't. Miss Barker.
Yes?
If you'd like to ride him again sometime, why, I'll be staying in Willow Fork for a few days.
Oh, that's very kind of you, Mr. Ponce.
Lamb here, he'll fix you up when I'm not using Scar.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Bye.
Well, I just don't understand you a bit, Ponce. Here you was raising Cain because I let her borrow Scar, and now you're volunteering to let her ride him anytime she pleases. I just don't understand it.
Well, I thought seeing as how Scar kind of took a fancy to her, and what I mean is he's a pretty good judge of human nature, and she does seem to be a first-rate rider. I mean, you know something, Lem? I don't understand it either. Was a nice-looking young lady. There wasn't any doubt about that. And I liked the way she spoke right out. She didn't beat around the bush like a lot of girls man runs into. There was something about her eyes that... Well, anyway, I put my saddle on Scar, and we headed out towards Saucer Mountain. A couple of miles east of town, we came into a little hollow where nobody would have to see us. Whoa, boy, whoa. Whoa, now slow down. Slow down. I thought maybe I'd get Scar to do that fancy sidestep he was doing with Miss Barker. All right, now, boy, now. No, come on now. No. Now that isn't good. Come on now. Oh, now, Scar, come on now. You were willing to do it for her. Now, come on. Quit that. Well, he just wouldn't do a thing. Acted like he thought I was taking leave of my senses. Oh, quit. I went back up onto the trail, let him travel in the style he was accustomed to. Oh. Must have been about noon by the time we got back to town, and I pulled up in front of the cafe. Whoa, boy. Whoa, Scar. Whoa. Doggone you.
Well, Mr. Ponce.
Oh, Miss Barker.
I was hoping I'd run into you again.
You were... Oh, you want to borrow Scar?
Well, it's about Scar. But I won't be borrowing him anymore.
Oh?
You see, I found out I was wrong to take him this morning. Uncle Jeff told me that in West, a man's horse is something he doesn't loan as a rule. I'm terribly sorry. I didn't mean to be so inconsiderate.
Oh, you weren't being inconsiderate, Miss Barker. Back east, they probably have different customs, that's all.
Then I'm forgiven?
Oh, sure, ma'am.
You're very generous, Mr. Ponce. Maybe you'll have dinner with us some evening.
Well,
so that I can prove to Uncle Jeff that I haven't completely disgraced the family name. And so he's a very good cook.
Yes, I've always heard about Miss Alden. I never had the opportunity to sample her food, though.
Well, any evening at all. I'm sure you'd be most welcome.
Well, since I don't know just how long I'm going to be stopping here in town, maybe I oughtn't to put it off too long. I'm going to be free tonight. I want to tell you, Miss Alden, I've been hearing folks brag about your cooking ever since I can remember, but they haven't done you justice. Well, they just didn't even come close.
Oh, Brett. Well, here, have another piece of shortcake.
Oh, no, thanks. I just couldn't eat another mouthful.
You sure?
Oh, no, absolutely positive. Thanks just the same, though.
Well, now, for certain.
And I'll have another slice, eh?
Now, Jesse, you've had more than your share. Besides, if you have another piece, there won't be enough for tomorrow. Shortcake ought to do for 2 meals.
Well, you just offered bread.
That's different. He's company. Come on, Jesse. Help me with the dishes.
Eh? The dishes? But I thought Myra usually...
Myra has a guest. They might like to be alone for a few minutes. Now, come on, Jeff.
Sure, Zoe, sure.
We put the porch swing up this morning, Britt. Suspect early for it, I know, but there sure is a feeling of summer in the air.
Yes, ma'am. Hey, yes. Would you, care to go out on the porch, Miss Barker?
We don't have to unless you really want to. I mean, just because Aunt Zoe suggested it.
No. I think I might enjoy it.
All right, then. I'm afraid she isn't very subtle, is she?
How's that?
You know perfectly well Aunt Zoe was throwing me at you. I knew she would when I invited you.
Oh?
The fact is, I'm sort of a disappointment to Aunt Zoe. She's done everything in her power to marry me off. But so far, she hasn't had any luck. Oh, the young men she's introduced me to are all very nice and pleasant, but... Well, the truth is, I don't want to get married.
Oh, I see.
I'm not the least bit interested in settling down and cooking meals. I like a change of scenery. I like to meet new people.
Uh-huh.
From what Uncle Jess tells me about you, you feel the same way.
Yeah, more or less, I reckon.
So I thought that having you to dinner, well, it would please Aunt Zoe, and as far as we were concerned, we might get to be friends, but there'd be no danger of going beyond that point.
Uh-huh.
Well, now that that's all settled, shall we go inside?
Oh, well, there's no hurry, is there? I mean, as long as there's no danger. Since we have this understanding, it's a nice evening, isn't it?
Whatever you say.
You know, Miss Barker, I was just thinking, every once in a while, somebody tries to get me married off, too. Friends of mine. Their intentions are good, but, well...
Oh, I know how it is.
What I was getting at is this. I haven't any idea how long I'll be here in Willow Fork, and, as long as I'm here, I was wondering if we couldn't see each other once in a while. That might take some of this marriage pressure off both of us. You see what I mean?
Well, I suppose so, but...
And we wouldn't be running any risk, seeing as how we have the understanding, you know. And your aunt would be pleased, my friends would be pleased, and... Well, you know, you're awful good company, Miss Barker.
Why, thank you.
Well, how about it?
Well, all in all, I think it's a very practical idea, Mr. Ponset. I'd be delighted to see you again.
Good. That's fine. Well, now, I'll get in touch with you the next time there's a doings. It probably won't be right away, but I'll get in touch with you.
You are listening to the last program in our series called The Six Shooter, starring James Stewart as Britt Ponset, the Texas plainsman whose name is legend in the Western Territories. Now, Act 2 of the story called Myra Barker.
Well, as it turned out, there was a doings the very next night. Box supper over at the church. And since I'd sort of promised Myra that the next time there was anything going on, Well, anyway, we went to supper together, and the time seemed to pass by real pleasant. The next night, she was invited to a party at the Peterson house, and, well, now that I look back on it, there sure was a lot of social activity in Willow Fork during the next couple of weeks. We were going one place or another almost every night, and I was enjoying myself, too. I really was. And I was enjoying being with Myra. I didn't realize how much until that evening when I was walking her home from the hayride.
Well, Britt?
Huh?
You haven't said a word since we left the wagon.
Well, there doesn't seem to be much to talk about.
Oh. Well, here we are. It's pretty late. I won't ask you in.
Sure. Good night.
Britt. What's wrong? You're cross as an old bear.
Well, I just don't see why you had to spend the whole doggone evening with Dave Carstairs.
Oh?
And what were you two giggling all the time about?
Well, I don't know. Dave's very amusing.
Well, I just don't happen to agree with you on that. Anyway, I brought you to the hayride, didn't I? And if he can't find himself a girlfriend, we ought to stay home.
Well, now, just a minute, Britt.
Well?
Aren't you taking a little too much for granted? We have an understanding, remember? We're not interested in each other. Romantically.
How do you know we're not interested? Leastways, how do you know I'm not?
Why, Britt?
Well, I guess this is as good a time to tell you as any other. I don't know how it happened. I never thought it could... I don't see... That is, Myra, will you marry me?
Oh, Britt.
I know you don't care for the idea, but I'm probably the last man in the world you'd ever... But even so, I've got to ask you.
You've got to be careful, Britt. I might say yes.
I wish you would, Myra. I'd give anything in the world if you would.
You're serious, aren't you?
I'm just as serious as I can be.
But we both said that we didn't want to settle down. That we weren't interested in love or marriage.
A man can change his mind, can't he? Myra?
I guess if a man can change his mind, a woman can too.
Myra, is that you out there?
Yes, Uncle Jess.
It's time you were coming in, ain't it? It's almost 11 o'clock.
I'll be right along.
Can't you let him alone for a minute, Jess?
I've got to get up in the morning, Zoe, and I need my sleep.
I know I haven't got much to offer you, Myra, but I've saved up a little money, enough to get started. I thought maybe I could buy us a ranch. That is, if you'd like ranch life.
Well, I haven't said I'd marry you, Britt.
But I thought, well, you said you felt the same way I do, didn't you?
I'm in love with you, Britt. I'll admit it.
Well,
But
then...
we're not children. We're used to living our own lives, and we've never put down roots, either one of us.
Well, it's high time we did.
I've got to think it over. Just let me sleep on it. Tomorrow night, I'll tell you then.
Oh, you'll say yes, Myra. You've just got to.
I don't know, Britt. I don't know.
Well, I put in some long days in my life, but that next one, that was the longest I ever spent. Boy. Every once in a while, I'd start thinking that it just couldn't be. That I hadn't really asked a girl to marry me. But then I'd remember Myra, and it seemed like asking her to be my wife was the most sensible thing I'd ever done. Well, I had an early supper, what I could eat of it, and then I headed over to the Aldens. Myra was sitting on the porch swing. She looked even prettier than she had before. Hello, Myra.
You're early, Britt.
Yeah, I guess I am.
I thought maybe you'd be late, or maybe you wouldn't come at all once you'd had a chance to think things over.
Well, it wasn't me who had the thinking to do. Well, Myra...
I'll marry you, Britt.
Oh.
I couldn't turn you down even if I thought it was best. Even if I knew it was.
Oh, this is the best.
Is it? Are you sure the day won't come when you're sorry you're tied down, when you're sorry you can't go off on a cattle drive to Kansas, or you can't head over to a new mining camp in Nevada, or you can't just be by yourself when you want to?
No, I've had my share of cattle drives and mining camps, more than my share. And I don't want to be alone anymore, Myra. And besides, settling down will be just as hard for you as it is for me, you know. Your life will be changed, too.
It won't be as hard. A woman has roots even if she doesn't realize it. They're there all the time, waiting to take hold. And when if she has a home and a family, forgetting everything else is easy. She does her traveling and her dreaming and her wanting through her children. No, Britt, it's harder for a man.
But I'll manage
and the day won't come when you'll want to get in the saddle and ride up as far as the snow on the mountains. The day won't come when somebody will ask you for help, you and your six-shooter, a friend who needs you.
You'll just have to do without.
Well, maybe someone like Sheriff Jennings at Eagle Falls, a friend like him.
What makes you mention Sam Jennings? You don't even know him, do you?
A man came into the Gazette office this morning while I was there. He was from Eagle Falls. He'd said that had some trouble there over a month ago. A shooting.
Well, if it was a month ago...
The sheriff was wounded, and the man who did the shooting has a grudge against you. He was looking for you. That's why he came to Eagle Falls. Prescott, I think that was the name the man mentioned.
Bide Prescott?
Yes, that was it. Does he have a grudge against you, Britt?
He did have.
If the sheriff's wounded and wants you to come over to Eagle Falls to help him...
Does Sheriff Jennings want me?
The man in the office said he did. There's nobody else to go after Prescott, is there?
I don't know.
You'd like to go after him, wouldn't you?
No.
But you feel you should, don't you?
But Prescott isn't here. Eagle Falls is over 100 miles away.
You haven't answered me, Brett. Do you feel you ought to go after him?
Well, if what you say is so, if Sheriff Jennings got wounded on my account, if there's nobody else...
Go ahead, Brett. Go on. To Eagle Falls.
Do you want me to go?
Yes. Yes, I want you to.
But it shouldn't take long. I'll come back.
No.
What?
Don't come back, please.
But I don't understand.
There'll always be a Bide Prescott or a Sheriff Jennings. There'll always be someone or something calling to you, taking you away from me. Or you'd turn them down, you'd shut your ears, but you'd still hear it, Brett. And inside you'd feel that it was me that was holding you, and it would be me.
No, Myra, I wouldn't blame you.
I'd blame myself. And I wouldn't like myself very much for doing it to you. Don't you see, Brett, we're lucky this happened tonight, that we found out in time.
No, Myra,
Please, Brett, don't come back. Don't. Please don't.
Brett? Hold up a minute, Brett.
Oh, good morning, Jazz. Whoa, Scar. Whoa.
Do you mind stepping into the office a minute? I'd like to talk to you.
Well, I
Won't take long.
All right, Jazz. Easy, boy.
Sit down, Brett.
No, I'm kind of restless today, Jazz. Thanks, anyway.
You sure have a fiddlefoot, don't you?
Yeah, guess so.
And you're on your way out of town, huh?
Yeah.
See, what about Myra?
She's a fine girl, Jess. Really a fine girl.
Mm-hmm. Britt, you're leaving on account of Sheriff Jennings over to Eagle Falls sent for you. Ain't that your reason?
You might say so, in a way.
Well, now, I don't want you to think that I meant to eavesdrop last night when you was talking to Myra, but somehow Zoe forgot to shut the parlor window, and we just couldn't help hearing a certain amount of what she said.
Mm-hmm. Sure, yeah.
Well, it ain't true what Myra told you. Leastways, the part about Sheriff Jennings sending for you, that ain't true. The fellow from Eagle Falls didn't even mention your name. Jennings ain't asked for your help, Britt.
Yeah, I know, Jess.
What? Huh?
Well, you see, I ran into Bide Prescott 3-4 weeks ago, and, well, there's no reason for anybody to be going after him now.
Well, if you knew that, if you knew you didn't have to leave Willow Fork, why in the name of common sense didn't you say so to Myra?
Well, I figured she had her reasons for making up that story about Sheriff Jennings. I figured she was trying to turn me down without hurting my feelings.
Oh, Britt, she didn't want to turn you down. She was just trying to make sure you wouldn't feel you'd made a mistake if you married her.
No, she couldn't really care for me very much, Jess.
Then why did she spend all night crying her eyes out? And why was Zoe up till all hours commiserating with her?
Well, thanks for telling me that, Jess.
Then you ain't leaving.
Well, I'm leaving. But I'm real proud to know that Myra is somewhat fond of me.
Oh, Britt, if you love her and she loves you...
Oh, it's enough that she cried over me for one night, Jess. You know, I remember when I was a kid... My pa was like me in a lot of ways. Always on the move, always off somewhere, getting a new start, taking a new job, hunting a new frontier. He loved my ma, and she loved him, but she spent a lot of nights crying. A lot of nights. I just wouldn't want that to happen to Myra.
There's no reason it should.
Yeah. Yes, there is. when she was telling me that story about Sheriff Jennings wanting me to come over to Eagle Falls, I looked at myself real hard, and I knew that if it had been true, if Sheriff Jennings really had sent for me, well, it had been pretty hard for me to turn him down. Even for Myra's sake, it had been pretty hard. And someday I reckon I wouldn't be able to turn him down or anybody else like him, and Myra would spend another night crying, you see.
One of these days you'll change, Britt.
Maybe I will. Maybe I will.
Well, can I tell Myra that you might come back to Willow Fork?
No, Jess, I don't think you better. Of course, if I do come back and she's still... Well, maybe we just better wait and see what happens.
So long, Britt. Good luck.
Thanks, Jess. I'll probably be seeing you again before too long. Let's go, Scar.
Last program in the current series of The Six-Shooter, a transcribed NBC Radio Network production in association with Review Productions. It is written by Frank Burt and is based on a character created by him. Mr. Stewart may currently be seen in the Universal International picture The Glenn Miller Story. Others in the cast were Virginia Gregg, who played Myra, D.J. Thompson, Howard McNear, and Parley Bear. Special music for this program was by Basil Adlam, and the entire production is under the direction of Jack Johnstone. All characters and incidents were fictitious, and any resemblance to actual characters or incidents is purely coincidental. It's been good to be with you with the Six-Shooter each week, and I hope that sometime, somehow, we can do it again. This is John Wall speaking. Hear MacDonald Carey and Jason and the Golden Fleece tonight on the NBC Radio Network.
Now, Jimmy Stewart, known for his iconic film roles, did a lot of radio. Frequent guest on the Lux Radio Theater, Screen Guild Theater, Suspense. He didn't leave behind many direct quotes focused on his radio acting. His approach and attitude toward the medium inferred from interviews and public comments over the years. He basically has been known to say radio was a challenge and a joy. You had to tell the story with your voice alone. That kind of acting made you sharper, more focused. You had to believe it, or no one else would. Jimmy Stewart, as he rides off with Scar into the sunset as the Six-Shooter. Originally broadcast 71 years ago today, June 24th, 1954, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Another show that suffered was Fort Laramie. And we'll hear an episode of that from 69 years ago today next.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Joni James. After nuclear attack, what radioactive fallout will be a potential threat to every living thing. You can't hear, or smell, or taste fallout. Often you can't see it. So you must take shelter and stay there until told it's safe to leave.
You know, without television as a competing factor, radio still was very, very popular in nations like South Africa and in Australia. But up here, television just gave a knockout punch to radio drama. It still exists today, and there are some people still doing a great job of it. But one of the people who enjoyed radio drama as well was Raymond Burr. He did a lot of radio drama. He did suspense episodes. He did Dragnet, Dr. Kildare on the radio. He did a lot of shows. But this is one he said he particularly enjoyed, and he wished he didn't have to give it up for Perry Mason. Raymond Burr, Fort Laramie, 69 years ago today, June 24th, 1956, The Loving Cup.
At the gallop! Oh!
Fort Laramie. Fort Laramie, starring Raymond Burr as Captain Lee Quince. Specially transcribed tales of the dark and tragic ground of the wild frontier. The saga of fighting men who rode the rim of empire. And the dramatic story of Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry.
Oh, you want another piece of pie, won't you, Captain?
Oh, no, ma'am, I sure won't.
Now, Captain.
Now, Mary.
Just another little sliver.
Oh, I thank you kindly, Mrs. Daggett, but I've got no more room.
Why, you hardly ate a thing.
Mary?
Oh, my. And I promised, didn't I, dear?
You promised. Although why I thought you'd keep it is beyond me.
You see, Captain, I'm under orders, too. When you come to dinner, I'm not to urge more food upon you than you voluntarily take.
It was a fine dinner, ma'am.
Thank you. But you see, I've been guilty of smothering you. Or mothering you, I can never remember which.
It amounts to about the same thing, doesn't it, Lee? I'm a neutral in this kind of war, Major. Yeah. A smart neutral, too. You got both sides looking out for your best interests.
I haven't finished telling you the rest of my orders, Captain. Under the circumstances, I've really behaved with remarkable restraint all evening.
Yes, ma'am.
I haven't once mentioned the name Willa Burgess.
Well, at least you know I tried, Lee.
But now that her name has come up, I'd like to say that I think she's a lovely person. Quite lovely, in fact. To me, Willa is an amazing combination of qualities.
You should have taken another piece of pie, Lee, and spared yourself this. Well, next time I'll remember.
She's warm, feminine, yet she's capable, with great strength of character. And if I were a man...
But you're not, my dear. A fact which delights me most of the time.
But not now.
Emphatically not now.
Well, then this must be the time for me to remember the mending I must do. If you gentlemen will excuse me.
Let me help you, dear.
It doesn't look as if I can avoid it.
Miss Daggett?
Oh, please come again, Captain. I'll probably be every bit as bad next time, but I do enjoy having you.
Oh, it's my pleasure, ma'am.
Oh, there's brandy and cigars in the living room. You'll be glad to know I don't care for any.
Good night, dear.
Good night. Try not to miss me too much.
Ah, she's improving, Lee. That's the fastest retreat she's ever staged.
Oh, she's all right, sir.
Yes. Yes, she is.
She said, brandy.
Hmm?
Brandy.
Oh, yes, she did. Oh, I can remember how it was, Lee. When I was a bachelor officer, I thought the worst duty I could draw was a dinner invitation from a ranking officer who was married.
Oh, it depends on the officer.
And his wife.
I didn't suffer tonight, sir.
Oh, good. Well, make yourself comfortable, Lee. Sit down. If your belt's tight, your blouse or your boots, undo them.
Much obliged.
Cigars are in the humidor.
Yep. You're smoking better tobacco than you used to.
Yeah, I am. Here's your brandy, Lee.
Thanks. Cigar, Major?
Thanks.
Have 'em made up special, do you?
Well, a friend sends them to me.
Yeah, must be a good friend. That's good tobacco. You remember that night outside Richmond, Major? It was cold as sin. We were billeted in that plantation.
I remember. It's funny you'd think of Richmond just now.
Yeah. Yeah, it is. What was her name?
Lee,
Pretty little thing. Wouldn't pass the time with the rest of us, I remember, but she kept worrying whether you were going to be warm enough.
That was a long time ago.
Seems to me that was a tobacco plantation.
Lee, Mary and I have been married for almost 6 years. It's a good marriage.
Yeah, I think it is.
Mary wouldn't understand, Richmond.
You weren't married then.
She still wouldn't understand. No. These cigars,
They're good cigars.
Yeah. They're good cigars. Yeah, we go back quite a ways, you and I.
Since the old days of the 3rd Cavalry, the Battle of Bull Run.
A lot of years, Lee.
A lot of life. A lot of death, Major.
I guess I know you as well as you permit anyone to know you.
Permit? Oh, that's heavy talk on one brandy, Major.
Well, there's more brandy.
And more talk?
More talk, Lee. You better brace yourself.
Yep. I'm fortified.
I took the last 2 patrols out for a purpose.
Yeah, I suppose that.
Wanted to prove something to myself. I think I have. You know, he's a different man when you're not around, Lee.
Who is?
Lieutenant Seiberts.
How different?
Well, he's still learning, but he's a good officer. He has judgment. He takes responsibility, makes decisions. And on the whole, they're good decisions.
I don't remember passing judgment on Mr. Seiberts to you, Major.
You never have, and I'm not asking you to now.
That's good.
But I've watched him when you were around. At routine reports, strategy sessions. He freezes up. He acts stupid, bungling, and he isn't.
All right, he isn't.
He's scared to death of you.
You just have one brandy, Major?
I know what I'm talking about. No, it isn't your rank. He has a respect for rank, but he doesn't fear it. It's you, Lee.
Has Mr. Seiberts said it was me?
He hasn't said anything. I haven't asked him about it. Now, these are my observations. I think they hold up. What do you think?
I don't know.
Well, think about it.
Think about a man being scared to death of me? I don't know how.
What do you think of Seiberts, frankly?
I think he's very young.
Oh, come on, Lee.
Come on where?
We've both worked with men who were younger.
I thought you weren't going to ask me to pass judgment on Mr. Seiberts.
That's right, I wasn't.
I'd just as soon leave it there, Major.
We can't leave it there.
You can't.
We can't. You know what we're up against out here as well as I do. An ineffective trooper is bad enough, but an ineffective officer is dangerous, and it's wasteful.
You figuring I can do something about Mr. Seiberts?
Well, leaving that up to you. I'm asking you to think about it. I'm asking for your help.
I don't know that I'm the one to help, Major. But I'll think about it.
It might call for a change in your attitude toward him, Lee.
It might. Of course, I'd have to find out first what my attitude toward him is, wouldn't I?
He's steadying toward Flint. Just you stay with him. Now fire straight away next time. Get closer to his head.
Got some new recruits, Sergeant?
Morning, Captain. You talking about the men or the horses?
Oh, the horses.
They're new. Flint's training them to stand fire.
The horse knows that, does he?
I keep saying he does. Some take a little bit more encouragement than others, you know.
You talking about men or horses?
Excuse me, Captain. All right, Flint. Take him out now, beyond the hay yard. Run him real good and try firing at the gallop a while. He sure was ugly for a while. But Flint'll make a steady goer out of him.
Yeah, you can tell about horses. Plungers, kickers, rearers, you work 'em enough. You can tell if it's in 'em to be a steady goer.
You know horses, you can tell.
Be helpful if you could tell about a man as easy.
A man standing fire?
A man standing anything.
If you could tell by looking, that sure would be helpful, Captain.
Now, that horse Flint's training. He's afraid of that pistol now. He's first afraid looking at it. But mostly it's the sound that scares him.
That's it. Sure it is.
But we can look at that horse and know he'll train out of it. Is that because we know horses or because we know what they're afraid of?
I'd say it was both, Captain. Maybe one thing more.
What's that?
Well, we can understand the horse would be afraid of the pistol. We figure him to be right from the start.
Yeah. Yeah, knowing he's afraid to begin with, that's a lot to know.
And then, too, that horse is bound to find out he's got nothing to fear from that pistol. Once he finds out, he ain't afraid anymore.
You saying the man ought to face up to his fears?
I was talking about horses.
Yeah, sure you were.
But about a man, well, he ought to face up to his fears. Well, maybe he can't. Maybe he don't know what they are. Or maybe knowing he don't understand them.
That way, his fears got to face up to him.
Seems like just one thing about it, Captain. Sooner or later, they got to get together.
Captain Quince.
You busy, Mr. Seiberts?
No, sir. I was just... certainly not at all busy, Captain.
You mind if I come in?
I wish you would. Have a chair?
Oh, yeah. You're sure you're not busy?
Not busy. No, I wasn't. Please sit down, Captain.
All right. Guess I will.
Well, I guess I'll just sit down, too.
Yeah. Make yourself at home.
I will. Thanks.
I guess you were working there at your desk.
Oh, nothing important. I keep a journal, Captain. You know, what happens day by day. Just a journal, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I know.
Just to pass the time. You don't keep one, do you?
No, I don't.
No, I didn't think so.
No, it's all right, though. I mean, the man wants to... Oh, he wants to set things down. Why, he ought to do it.
I remember once you said that you didn't keep one because there was a lot you wanted to forget.
I probably said that.
Well, I know I just took from that you didn't approve of journals.
Did I say I didn't approve, Mr. Seiberts?
No, sir. I just took from that what I thought was...
Now, wait a minute. I didn't mean to bark at you. Well, what I mean is, a lot of men keep journals, that's all. It's man wants to do it, it's up to him. It's all right.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Seiberts, do you drink?
Drink?
Yeah, drink. Whiskey. You know, whiskey.
Well, sometimes. I'm not sure I know what you're talking about, Captain.
I'm talking about drinking, Mr. Seiberts. You and me in a bottle of whiskey.
Now?
Right now.
I'd be proud to, Captain.
Yeah. Yeah, me too, Mr. Seiberts.
Gotta be a first time for everything, isn't that what you say? A first time for everything?
Yeah, you hear it all the time.
That's what I say, too. The first time I ever came over to Laramie Village. To drink, I mean. With a fellow officer. To drink. You do it a lot?
Sometimes, when it seems like a good idea.
Well, that's a good idea. When it seems like a good idea.
Best time.
When I was a cadet at the Point, a couple of us upperclassmen decided we want to go over this little tavern. Only it's across the Hudson River. And where we have to cross is no bridge.
Makes kind of wet walking.
Yeah, it does. So we made these plebes. You know what plebes are, Captain?
Yeah, I've heard about it.
Well, we made these plebes get an old barge for us. we crossed that old Hudson that night like Washington crossing the Delaware.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun.
It was a lot of fun. We sure enjoyed that. Oh, pour you a drink?
Oh, sure, thanks.
You know, the way I'm talking, I guess I don't need one, except, well, I do need one. Does that sound all right?
You don't need one, but you do. Sounds all right to me.
Well, I'm glad. Yeah, I drink a little, Captain. I always get talking about West Point. I hope you don't mind.
You talk about anything that comes into your head.
You mean that?
I said it.
Oh, there's something I've wanted to talk to you about for a long time.
Well, this would be a good time to say it.
It's Clausewitz. I've always wanted to discuss Clausewitz with you.
It might be a very short discussion.
Well, you've read him, of course. Karl von Clausewitz is the Prussian?
I know who you're talking about. He wrote a stack of books hip high about military strategy.
Oh, I couldn't believe you wouldn't know about him. I think I read every word he ever wrote. Some of it in the original German.
Clausewitz's field was artillery.
That is true. But still, most army men I've known feel that as a strategist, he was the greatest of them all.
Oh, you can find army men who say he produced no system of strategy at all.
No system of strategy?
What was it?
Well, in his exposition of the philosophy of war, he pointed out that all of the enemy, men, women, children, they were all part of war.
You call that a system of strategy?
In total war, you bet I do.
How about our wars here, now?
Well, it doesn't apply, naturally.
Next time you fight a total war, you follow Clausewitz to the letter.
Don't you worry a little bit. I will. You don't like Clausewitz.
Well, I can't use him. I'm in the cavalry. I fight little wars.
You don't like Clausewitz. And I don't understand it because you're a good man, Quince. A good man, smart. Imagine me talking to you man to man this way. Imagine that. Huh?
Don't have to imagine it. We're doing it.
Now that calls for a little drink. Oh, my.
Sorry. I guess I knocked that over.
You knocked it over?
Yeah.
Isn't that funny? I thought I did. Are you drunk, Captain?
Drunk and disorderly, Mr. Seiberts.
You're drunk. That's wonderful. You know, I don't think you know how wonderful that is. Don't you worry, Captain. I'll see that we get back to the fort in good shape.
Well, morning, Mr. Seiberts.
Morning, Captain.
You look very fit.
I feel fine, sir. And you?
I'm alive, Mr. Seiberts. And that's pure exaggeration.
I doused my head in a cold basin a few times. It made all the difference.
I left my head in the basin.
Oh, about last night, Captain. If I said anything, sir, out of line. Well, I did have quite a bit to drink.
And so did I. Might have said a few things myself. I enjoyed it, Mr. Seiberts.
It was my pleasure.
You seen the Major yet?
No, sir. I thought we ought to present a united front, Captain.
Fine. We'll do that. Captain Quince, Lieutenant Seiberts reporting, Major.
As you were, gentlemen. Sit down.
Thank you, sir.
Strange bit of business has come up. Think maybe you're the men to take a patrol out and check into it. Ever been a part of a roundup, Lieutenant?
Cattle, sir? No, I haven't.
No, not cattle. These are wild horses.
I didn't know you could round up wild horses.
I don't say it's easy, but... Are you listening, Captain?
Yeah, I'm listening. How many wild horses?
The report says about 50 over near the Mud Spring Station. Some settlers and some folks from a wagon train are supposed to have them contained in a canyon near there.
Who says they're wild?
Until I know different, I'll have to go by the telegraph message, Captain. It says they're wild. The settlers want no part of them. They're stampeding off a lot of their stock. I think we should get them if we can before any renegade Sioux capture them.
Well, it's worth a try, sir. If we get any of them, we're ahead of the game.
When do we leave, Major?
As soon as you pick your men, take as many as you need.
I'd say it wasn't a question of how many, Major, so long as we pick the best riders. Don't you agree, Captain?
Completely, Mr. Seiberts.
If that's the case. Now, look here, Lee. Gentlemen, I'll want reports regularly by telegraph and, move out.
This your plan we're working out here, Captain?
Something wrong with the plan, Sergeant?
I can't say it's wrong. It's working.
Was Mr. Seiberts with you?
No, sir. He's down there operating a lot like Napoleon.
Like Clausewitz, Sergeant.
Who's that?
Friend of Mr. Seiberts. You have any trouble bringing the Indians over from the reservation?
Not a bit. You know, they're kind of peaceful-like when you got guns and they ain't. Good idea bringing Indians. Reckon they know more about wild horses than we do.
Yeah, reckon they do.
Captain, you right sure this is your plan?
Mr. Seiberts and I discussed it and agreed on it. Any questions, Sergeant?
No, sir. None I'm readying to ask.
I'm riding down to the mouth of the canyon. Looks like they're cutting them out of there at a good rate. You coming?
I was told to hold this position, Captain, as a lookout.
Yeah. See you keep a sharp eye, Sergeant.
Yes, sir.
Look good from a distance, Mr. Seiberts.
Thanks, Captain. Glad you rode down. It looks even better close up.
Yeah, you got some of them on lead ropes already.
Borrowed a corral from the next ranch. Some of those Indians can sit them already. Best natural riders in the world, you know, Indians.
That's what I understand. Looked to me like you got most of the 50 out of the canyon.
Oh, we'll get back to Fort Laramie with at least 40 of them, Captain. Of course, that's a few days off, but we got what we came for.
Yeah, that's the important thing.
You feeling better?
Hmm?
Your leg. It doesn't bother you anymore?
Oh. Yeah, it's coming right along, thanks. You've done a good job, Mr. Seiberts. All of it. Mighty good job.
Thank you, sir. Feels like I had.
Oh, I almost forgot. Brought you some cigars, Captain.
Thank you, Major. That's still good tobacco. You come a long way from that smelly hod you used to carry.
I'm not the only one that's come a long way, Lee.
That so?
Lieutenant Seiberts around?
He left just a few minutes ago. Went down to the post office. They sent word a book he'd ordered had come through.
A book?
General McClellan's book.
On the regulations and instructions for the cavalry in time of war?
Yeah.
Well, I'll be... I don't know what you did, how you managed, Lee, but you worked wonders with him. I want you to know I'm grateful.
I'm no hand at that kind of thing, Major. If the problem's not a problem anymore, you should thank Mr. Seiberts.
He's a different man. That's all the thanks he needs. It's a big change, Lee. We're welding a tight-knit little force here, men who fight together and live together. Now that you and Seiberts are friends...
Well, just a minute, Major. I'm a soldier. If I can help lick another soldier's problem, that's fine with me. But you're talking about friends.
You don't like Seiberts?
Like him? Well, that's not my kind of word. You asked me once what I thought of him. I told you he was very young.
I took it you meant inexperienced.
Young, inexperienced. I'm calling it immature. You can get old with years, you can get experience, but maturity, that's something you earn. It's got to be in you to earn it.
Well, I don't believe in miracles, Captain. You and Seiberts are night and day. Nothing will change that.
No, we're different men, that's all.
Seiberts has licked a big hurdle with your help. Maybe that's the beginning of maturity.
Maybe it is, Major. Maybe. Maybe it is.
Fort Laramie is produced and directed by Norman MacDonald and stars Raymond Burr as Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry, with Vic Perrin as Sergeant Gorse. The script was specially written for Fort Laramie by Kathleen Height, with sound patterns by Bill James and Ray Kemper, musical supervision by Amerigo Marino. Featured in the cast were Jack Moyles as Major Daggett, Harry Bartell as Lieutenant Seiberts, and Helen Klebe as Mrs. Daggett.
Company, attention! Dismiss.
Next week, another transcribed story of the Northwest frontier and the troopers who fought under Lee Quince, Captain of Cavalry. Many a culprit doesn't even know when his cigarette has started a forest fire. You're driving along through a woodland and out the window goes a live cigarette butt. Would you be apt to connect it with the next day's headlines? A property, perhaps human life too, gone up in smoke? When in or near the woods, take personal responsibility for matches and cigarettes. Make certain your matches, cigarettes, and campfires are out before you leave them anywhere.
"69 years ago today, June 24th, 1956, Fort Laramie, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Tomorrow, Crime with Jeff Regan, Investigator from 1950, Mr. President from 1950, and The Whistler from 1950. And we'll move to 1952, where I Was a Communist for the FBI, starring Dana Andrews. Fred Allen's last show coming up on Thursday, with Henry Morgan as his special guest, along with an episode of George and Gracie from 1940. Bill Harris and Alice Faye from 1949, and The Adventures of Frank Merriwell from 1948. On Friday, a full hour of the Chase and Sanborn Hour with Edgar Bergen, Charlie McCarthy, Sonia Henney is the guest, and a bunch of other folk. Also, the Great Gildersleeve's Wedding Day from 1943, and Jack Benny from 1948. On Saturday, it's a mixed bag with the Screen Directors Playhouse production of Lady Takes a Chance. Joan Caulfield, I'll say it right in a moment, and John Lund in the roles from originally from the 1943 Western comedy starring Jean Arthur and John Wayne. We'll also have The Adventures of Philip Marlowe starring Gerald Moore from 1950, and Richard Diamond, Dick Powell, in that role from 1953. On Sunday, Lights Out, The Bathysphere from 1943. Herbert Marshall stars as The Man Called X from 1951, Nick Carter, Master Detective from 1949, and a CBS Radio Workshop production of The Eternal Joan, the story of Joan of Arc. Monday, Chester Morris as Boston Blackie, an episode of Calling All Cars from 1937, the perfumed cigarette lighter, an escape program, Bloodbath from 1950, and another CBS Radio Workshop production from 1957 about Gettysburg. And next Tuesday, a pair of shows from 1956, Gunsmoke in Fort Laramie, Roy Rogers from 1954, Y'all Come, and an episode of Wanted from 1950. That's all coming up the week ahead here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit us at classicradio.stream. We're going to move from westerns to comedy now as we'll head out to see what's going on in Wistful Vista with Fibber and Molly.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Howard Duff with this reminder. 640 and 1240. These are the Conelrad frequencies during a national emergency. 640 and 1240 on your regular radio will be your only official means of receiving vital information. Remember, 640 and 1240.
Now on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox, we're going to head to Wistful Vista, 79 to be precise. See what was happening 84 years ago today, June 24th, 1941, in the household of Fibber McGee and Molly.
The Johnson Wax Program with Fibber McGee and Molly. The makers of Johnson's Wax and Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat present Fibber McGee and Molly, written by Don Quinn, with music by the King's Men and Billy Mills Orchestra. The show opens with Sweet Dreaming. Do you ever wear a string around your finger to remind yourself of something to do? Well, I've had a string around one of mine all day, so I wouldn't forget that this is my last chance to make a suggestion to brand new June brides in this month of June. When you set up that exciting new home, whether it's a small apartment or a big house, you're going to have linoleum on your kitchen or kitchenette floor. You'll pick out a lovely pattern, and the freshness of the colors will make the kitchen such a cheerful place to work in. Now, wouldn't you like to keep the linoleum looking fresh and new? You can easily by protecting it right now with Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat and periodically giving it another Glow Coat application. There's practically no work to it, no rubbing or buffing. You simply apply and let dry. In 20 minutes, the linoleum will be sparkling with beauty that is safe against scratches, wear, and dirt. Glow Coat makes linoleum last much longer. You can use Glow Coat, of course, on your other floors, too. So get that good old Glow Coat labor-saving habit. Order Johnson's Self-Polishing Glow Coat right away. When you're frantically packing to go away, there are 1,001 details to take care of. And the division of labor is the same at 79 Wistful Vista as in any other home. The wife does 1,000 things and the husband does one. You know who we mean. Fibber McGee and Molly.
call the gas company, McGee.
Did I? Baby, what I call that gas company. They says they couldn't come out to shut off the gas till a week from Wednesday, and I says, oh, no, I says, and they says, no, and I says,
Never
listen,
mind the snappy dialogue, dearie. How about the telephone?
I'm not going to take any chances with them. I'll cut the wires just before we leave the house. Now, let me see. I got to put the car in the dead storage. See the flowers.
Oh, dear. Come in.
How do you do? How do you do? How do you do? I'm Dr. Davenport, Mr. McGee, from the Here Today and Gone Tomorrow Insurance Company. I believe you applied for additional insurance.
Oh, did you, McGee?
Yes, I thought I'd better, Molly. You know how it is. If we're going to be in the movies, I can't be too careful. Might have to do stunts like leaping off a boxcar onto an airplane or something.
Oh, dear. What you go through for your public.
Yeah.
And vice versa.
Now, if you'll just open the top of your bathrobe, Mr. McGee. That's it. Yes.
Now, don't worry about my chest, Doc. It's as sound as a dollar.
Try it with inflation.
I hope I'm not here at an inconvenient time, Mrs. McGee.
Oh, you are, Doctor, but so are we, and there's nothing to be done about it. You go ahead and examine my husband. I'll just go about my work.
Hey, Molly, don't forget to call the light company now.
For the last time, McGee, I tell you they won't buy back those burnt-out bulbs.
They got it. I've been saving them for 2 years.
Please, Mr. McGee, hold still. Yes. Thank you.
How's my heart, Doc?
Well, I can tell better if you'll stop talking a moment.
Okay, I'll shut up.
Splendid. Now the lungs, please.
Oh, my lungs are fine, Doc. I take setting up exercises every morning.
You do?
Oh, sure he does. He sets up, takes a look at the clock, groans, and collapses again. Now, if you'll excuse me, I'll run upstairs and tax it. Oh, my.
That's the telephone ringing, Doc. Excuse me a minute. Hello, Fibber McGee speaking. Who? Wistful Vista Gazette? Oh, yeah. Well, look, forward our subscription to us in care of the RKO Studios, Hollywood, California. Yeah, be glad to get the Gazette out there. Yeah. I'll never get so big as an actor that I'll forget the old hometown.
I'll say you won't.
Okay, thanks very much. What'd you say, Molly?
Never mind. Now, as soon as the doctor gets through with you, McGee, you run around the house and see that all the windows are locked.
Okay, the lock's busted off the kitchen window, but I'll put a mousetrap on the windowsill.
That'll be fine. When we come back, we'll find 3 strange fingers and no silverware.
Please sit down, Mr. McGee, and cross one leg over the other.
Oh, okay, Doc. Which leg you want crossed over the other? I can do it either way. Pretty agile for a guy my age.
Either one. I'm just testing your reflexes.
Ow!
Oh, fine. Yes. Now the other one, please.
Ooh! Hey, you gotta hit me so hard, Doc.
I'm sorry, but I must emphasize the flexion to counteract the state of nervous tension attendant on the current state of excitement. Otherwise, the diagnosis might be minimized to a deleterious degree.
Oh, yes. Oh, I understand that all right.
You do?
Oh, sure.
Then I wish you'd explain it to me. I muffed it all through medical school. Yes.
Oh, McGee?
Yeah?
Have you got the railroad tickets?
Sure, I got them right here. You see, Doc?
Well, don't show them to me. I'm not going anywhere.
Oh.
Don't lose them, McGee.
Don't worry. I pride myself on never losing railroad tickets.
Well, as long as we've always gone places by bus, that's nothing to brag about. Is he in pretty good condition, Doctor?
Apparently, Mrs. McGee, apparently. You a heavy smoker, Mr. McGee?
He doesn't use tobacco in any form, Doctor.
Why, Molly, how can you... I smoke 10 cigars a day, and you know it.
You call those tobacco? If that isn't alfalfa, I'll eat it. Oh, dear, put your bathrobe back on, McGee. It's Mrs. Uppington.
Oh, what does that old moose want? She's about as opportune as a hailstorm on a hayride.
Now, listen here. Be nice to her, dearie. We won't be seeing her all summer. You know that.
Oh, that's right. Come in, Abigail.
Oh, how do you do, Mrs. McGee and Mr. McGee? I'm so sorry. Am I intruding?
Oh, not at all, Uppy. You met Doc Davenport. Doc, this is Mrs. Uppington, who is high C in our social scale.
Oh, please, Mr. McGee. How do you do, Doctor?
Mrs. Uppington, I hope you don't mind if I proceed with Mr. McGee's examination.
Oh, of course not, Doctor. Don't mind me.
Your teeth seem to be in good shape.
Thank you. Everyone says that.
Oh, he means McGee, Abigail.
Oh, of course. Silly of me. Oh, tell me, my dear, is it true that you're going to Hollywood to act in a motion picture with Edgar Bergen?
Yes, it is, Abigail. Isn't it thrilling?
Oh, promise me you'll do something for me, dear, while you're out there.
You ought to have your tonsils out.
Really? I didn't realize.
He means me, Uppy. How's my weight, Doc?
Well, you're a bit pudgy about the pistol pockets, McGee. What games do you play?
Well, let's see.
What can we do for you in Hollywood, Abigail?
Well, my dear, I've always been a bit of a...
Rummy.
A bit of a rummy, and now, please,
I wasn't talking to you, Uppy. Doc asked me what games I play.
Maybe we better go in the other room, Abigail, while the doctor finishes with McGee.
Oh, don't mind us. It's good for the patient to be thinking of something else during the examination.
Oh.
Now, I'd like to take your blood pressure, Mr. McGee. Roll up your sleeve, please.
Okay. You'll pardon my nude biceps, Uppy.
Oh, certainly. Let's have no false modesty, Mr. McGee. But as I was saying, when you get to Hollywood, my dear...
Yes?
Will you please look up Hedda Hopper and ask where she gets those perfectly ducky hats? I think I could wear the same type because everyone says my face is...
Well, below normal.
I beg your pardon. Oh, you meant Mr. McGee's blood pressure, of course.
Did you, Doc?
Yes, certainly. Now, your waistline, Mr. McGee. Where's my tape measure? Oh, here it is. Now, stand still, please.
Well, I'm not sure we'll meet Hedda Hopper, Abigail, but I'll certainly ask her about the hats because she and you must be about the same age.
39.
Honest, I'd have swore it was only 37.
Oh, now, boys, you flatter
He meant
us.
my waistline.
You eat too much, dearie.
Why, Mrs. McGee, I don't.
She means her husband.
Who's that?
Who, your husband? Why, he's this man right here.
I meant the man at the door.
Well, what makes you think the man at the door eats too much?
Dad, rat it, go to the door, somebody. We gotta get going. Molly, take Uppy away. Hurry up, Doc. Can't you see we gotta get going?
Yes, trunk's all packed, dearie. Did you finish with the insurance doctor?
Yes, he's all through. He's gone. All but a couple of the usual details. Hey, did you call the dairy to tell him we won't want any more milk?
No, I've been too busy. You call him.
Okay, give me the phone. Thanks. Hello, operator. Give me the whistle, Mr. Derek. Oh, is that you, Mert?
Oh, my.
How's every little thing, Mert? It is, eh? What's that, Mert? Your sister's wedding? Oh, that's terrible. Train wreck, eh?
Oh, heavenly days, McGee. What happened?
Her sister got her wedding dress caught on one of the pews and wrecked her train. What's that, Mert? Yeah, we're going to Hollywood. Going to be stars in the cinema. Yeah. Huh? What do you mean you'll take vanilla? I says cinema, not cinnamon. Oh, okay, Mert. I'll call the dairy later. Goodbye. Now, let's see, Molly. I think we better...
Oh, dear, oh, dear, oh, dear. Now what? Come in.
Hello, kids. Say, I hear you're going to Hollywood to make a movie. Is that right?
Probably not, but we're going to do it anyway.
Why, old-timer?
Look, if you meet Lana Turner, tell her I'm knitting her a sweater, will you, kid?
Well, I think she has a sweater, Mr. Oldtimer.
Yeah. She's got 100 sweaters. And that ain't Hayes.
That's pretty good, Johnny. That ain't the way I heard it. The way I heard it, one feller says, t'other feller says. See where Fibber McGee and Molly are going to make a picture called Look Who's Laughing. Ain't that terrible? What's terrible about it, says t'other feller. Well, says the first feller, can't you just hear the critics saying, we'll bite who is? Nothing personal, kids. I sure hope you make good, and I know you will, because other people have who can't act half as good as you can, which ain't saying much. Though personally, I think you got what it takes. It don't take too much. And if it does, you can always go back on the radio, and that's what some people are saying already. Oh, now they've gone back on the radio. For shame, kids.
What on earth was he talking about?
I don't know. That old fuddy-duddy wouldn't know which end was up at a fraternity initiation. Well, now, let's see.
You better get out of that bathrobe and into some clothes, dear.
Oh, I don't want to get dressed till the last minute. Too much to do. Say, did you tell Uncle Dennis we were going away?
Sure, I told him. But you know, he hates Hollywood.
Why?
Well, on account of Sonia Henney, mostly.
Why, Sonia's a cute kid. What's he got against her?
Well, he thinks it's a crime to make all that ice and then skate on it.
Well...
Hey, folks, when are you leaving for the coast?
Oh, hi, Harlow. We're leaving in about an hour. Why?
Well, when are you coming back to Wistful Vista?
The last Tuesday in September, Mr. Wilcox. We're going to Hollywood to make a moving picture.
Yeah.
A talking picture, too.
Yeah, I know. That's what I want to talk to you about. I've got a marvelous idea for a movie story. And if you sell it, I'll give you 50% of whatever you get.
50% of a dirty look is hardly worth the effort.
Yeah, besides, what do you know about film stories?
What do you mean? What do I know about them?
Oh.
Why, I've helped write the greatest film story ever produced.
Oh, I shouldn't have said it.
I hadn't heard about that.
Molly, you've been hearing it for 6.5 years. All about how Johnson's Wax puts a film of protection against dust and dirt and dampness on your floors and furniture and woodwork.
Ladies and gentlemen, after this little lecture is over, we will pass a hat among yous after we pull it down over Wilcox's ears.
Don't mind him, Mr. Wilcox. What's the rest of the scenario?
Well, it's a very simple story, but it's got everything. Glamour, love interest, conflict, and comedy value.
Oh?
The glamour of a beautiful, well-kept home. The love of a housewife for something that saves her so much time and effort. And conflict between Johnson's Wax and the wicked effects of dust and dirt.
Where's the comedy come in, Mr. Cecil B. de Wilcox?
Well, come to think of it, it's too serious a subject for comedy.
Oh.
And anyway, with Johnson's Wax on the furniture, you can't expect to see Marx Brothers.
You'll feel better after you rest 13 minutes.
Well, I hope you enjoy your trip, folks, and I'll see you in the fall. So long.
Goodbye, Mr. Wilcox. Have a nice summer.
So long, Harlow. Marx Brothers. Wow. That guy's going to wind up with his arm in a sling, reaching for him like that.
Incidentally, McGee, I want to hear all the Johnson Wax shows this summer.
Yeah?
You know, I think Ransom Sherman is a very funny man.
Yeah?
They're going to call him haphazard on the radio.
Well, I hope he doesn't get too funny, because...
Heavenly days, we'll never get ready to go this way. Come in.
Hello, Mr. McGee. Hello, Mrs. McGee.
Oh, hi, Wimple.
Won't you come in and sit down, Mr. Wimple?
Oh, no, thank you, Mrs. McGee. I just wanted to come and tell you goodbye for the summer and wish you a very nice vacation.
Well, thanks, Wimple. You going away yourself?
No, I don't think so. I should go away for my health, but my wife doesn't want me to.
Well, why don't you go away if it's for your health?
The healthiest thing I can do, Mrs. McGee, is not argue with my wife. Well, it was on a vacation trip that I met her, you know.
Oh, on a vacation trip. That's very romantic.
Yes. She was paddling a canoe and it tipped over. I swam out and rescued her.
Oh, that's wonderful. A hero.
That was very brave of you, Mr. Wimple.
Yes. Sometimes I wish I had it all to do over again. Well, goodbye for now.
Oh, don't be in a hurry, Wimple. Stick around and breathe the air of freedom for a while.
Oh, I simply can't, Mr. McGee. I'm working tonight, carrying water for the elephants, you know.
Oh, is there a circus in town?
What?
Is there a circus playing here?
Oh, no. The elephants. That's the name of my wife's softball team. I carry water for them. Well, do have a nice trip and goodbye.
Poor Mr. Wimple. He has a fairly cheerful outlook for such a henpecked little fella.
Well, that's easily explained. He's been under his wife's thumb so long he's looking at the world through rose-colored nail polish. Hey, we better get busy, Molly. Our train leaves in 25
I'm
minutes.
all ready, McGee. I just want to shut off the refrigerator.
Say, what is this anyway? We may not enjoy packing up, but the front door's getting an awful bang out of it. Why can't... Come in.
Hi, mister.
Oh, hello there, little girl. I haven't got time to talk to you now.
Why?
Well, we're packing up. That's why we're going away for a vacation.
Gee, what you want to go away for, I had mine right here.
Oh, have you had your vacation?
Sure. Right here on my arm, see? It hurt like 60, too.
That's a vaccination. I was talking about vacation.
Oh. Well, where are you going on your vaccination? Where are you?
Hollywood, sis. We're going to be in a movie.
Gee, honest?
Uh-huh.
Hey, will you send me a photograph of my favorite actor when you get out there, mister? Will you?
Why, certainly, sis. We'll be palling around with all them big stars. You'll be seeing pictures of me posing in front of my swimming pool, riding around in a big limousine, sailing around on a yacht with the big shots. So name your star, sis. I'll get his photo for you.
Anybody, mister?
Anybody. Name the biggest star you can think of, and I'll bet within 3 weeks, me and him will be wearing each other's clothes. Eating all our meals together, going to nightclubs together. Going for long walks, posing for publicity shots together. Why, me and him, whoever he is, will probably be known as the Damon and Pythias of Hollywood.
Oh, gee, that'll be wonderful, mister.
Yeah.
Send me a picture of him wearing your clothes, will you?
I don't know what's so hysterically funny about that, sis. Who is your favorite star?
Gene Autry's horse. So long, mister.
The King's Men are very happy to repeat their popular version of The Reluctant Dragon.
One fine day while on my way to Ipswich by the sea, I met a rather charming chap who asked me into tea. It seems he was a dragon, you know, the kind with wings, teeth and tails and claws and scales and all those dragon-like details. I admit I jumped a bit when he began to sing.
I'm the reluctant dragon, what ho, quite so, the very reluctant dragon. Oh, very, very, don't you know, they call me the timid dragon. What rot, I'm not, I just won't fight, I'd rather play, I know I shan't get hurt that way.
Here we go gathering nuts in May, I'm so reluctant, oh, so reluctant. After we had sipped our tea, a thought popped in my head. A dragon here? By Jove, that's queer. He really should be dead. I say, look here, I said. Aren't you a bit extinct? He looked at me and gave a cry and wiped a teardrop from his eye. Heaved his bosom with a sigh. Then he coyly winked. I'm the reluctant dragon, that's me, carefree. I'm the reluctant dragon, reluctant since 1911 BC. Could be, they call me the timid dragon. What rot, what a lot of rot. I'm not, what a lot of rot. When others fight, I run away. I guess that I was born that way. I'm to be queen of the May today. I'm the reluctant dragon, I'm frail and pale, the awful reluctant dragon, don't step on my tail, they call me the timid dragon.
What rot, I'm not, I just won't fight,
I'd rather play,
I know I shan't
get hurt that way. Here we go gathering nuts in May, nuts in May, nuts in May. I'm so reluctant, woo, yup, 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 yup.
And furthermore, Gildersleeve, that's the silliest idea I ever heard of.
Well, by George, McGee, if you
Well,
weren't
what
so
is
thick...
Mr. Gildersleeve's idea, McGee?
He says what we ought to do is have somebody live in this house while we're gone. Ain't that dumb?
Well, I don't know if I thought we could sublet it to the right people.
Well, I didn't exactly mean sublet, Mrs. McGee. I had more in mind the care of your house.
Oh.
Imagine coming back in the fall to a nice, clean house. Windows washed. Furniture all Johnson's waxed and polished. Shelves cleaned. Wouldn't that be worth more than any petty little sum you might get for rent?
Well, it almost is to me, Mr. Gildersleeve. I wonder who we could get, though.
Well, it just happens that my wife's brother and his family are going to be here all summer, and I thought...
Oh, no, you don't. Trying to chisel some free lodging for your relatives, eh, Gildersleeve? Well, you can just keep the visiting fireman on your own hook and ladder.
Now, McGee, I don't think Mr. Gildersleeve meant
That's all right, Mrs. McGee. I'm not angry. I won't see my little chum until last week in September, and I refuse to quarrel with him. My goodness, I'll miss you, little pal.
Yeah. Shucks, the Spanish serenader's coming out any minute. What are you after anyway, Gildersleeve? The use of our lawnmower for the summer?
What did you say?
I said, what are you after? The use of our lawnmower for the summer or something?
In the first place, it isn't your lawnmower. It's mine. And in the second
place... What do you mean it's your lawnmower? Just because I let you borrow it once or twice?
That's all right, McGee. I was glad to get it back, if only for a day or so.
He's right, McGee. It is his lawnmower.
Oh, yeah? It's my lawnmower, and I can prove it. I know exactly where the bill of sale is.
Where?
Right here in the hall closet.
I straightened it out this morning, dear.
Well, where's that bill of sale?
Okay, so it's your lawnmower. Take your old clover clipper, Gildersleeve. I'm a movie actor now anyway. I ain't mowing my own lawn anymore.
You're not, eh? You probably will be too busy at that.
Yes.
Mowing other people's lawns.
You don't seem to have much faith in McGee's future in Hollywood, Mr. Gildersleeve.
Mrs. McGee, if all his fans were gathered in one spot, they wouldn't make enough breeze to ruffle Baby Sandy's hair ribbon.
You wait, Gildersleeve. You'll be reading in the papers about me. Hometown boy makes good.
Read the rest of it, McGee.
Huh?
Hometown boy makes good time hitchhiking home from coast.
Now you look here, you
All
big
right,
old...
boys, that's enough. Do you realize we only have a few minutes to catch our train, dearie?
Oh, boy, that's right. Go on home, Gildersleeve. Can't you see you're holding us up?
That's all right. If I have to pay more than a dime to see you in the movies, you'll be holding me up. Have a nice trip, Mrs. McGee.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Gildersleeve, and goodbye.
Goodbye, little chum.
So long, Thrucky.
We've got to hurry like everything. You sure you got the railroad tickets?
Yes. I got the tickets here. You see? Did you send for a taxi cab?
Yes, it ought to be here any minute. Now, how about the trunks? Are they on the way to the station?
Shucks, they're all in the baggage car by this time. I sent them trunks down there long ago.
You did?
You gotta hand it to me, Molly. I'm efficient at this traveling business. I think of everything.
Well, I guess you do at that, dearie. Now, hurry up and get out of that bathrobe and into some clothes. We've got to go.
Okay, I'll run upstairs and...
What's the matter?
Oh, my gosh. I ain't got any clothes. I packed them all in the trunk.
Ah, heavenly days. How are we going to... There's the taxi cab. What are we going to do?
Oh, I don't know. I can't go to the station in my bathrobe.
Oh, hand me the phone, quick. Hello, operator? Give me the Union Station. No, Mert. I haven't time for one of those now. Get me the Union Station. Hello, Union Station? Mrs. McGee calling. We're leaving on the train in 10 minutes for the coast, and my husband...
Oh, boy, am I sick.
My husband is sick, so have a wheelchair meet us at the taxi entrance. Thank you. Get your hat, dearie. I'll get a blanket.
Give me some face powder. I want to look pale.
Okay.
Okay.
Come on, McGee. Hollywood, here we come. The hard way.
Fibber and Molly will be back in just a moment. Say, next time you go shopping, stop a moment just before you're ready to pay your bill and ask yourself, have I forgotten anything? Isn't there something that comes in a red and yellow package that I was going to buy? Oh, yes, Johnson's self-polishing glow coat. You know, it would really be too bad not to have glow coat in the house. Imagine going back to the tiresome, back-breaking job of floor scrubbing. Makes you tired to think of it, doesn't it? Seriously, it would be bad. Bad for you and bad for your linoleum, because continual scrubbing ruins linoleum. Glow Coat, on the other hand, protects linoleum, protects it against scratches, wear, and dirt, protects it with a hard, beautiful polish that keeps the colors fresh and bright. Johnson's Glow Coat is called self-polishing because it needs no rubbing or buffing. Just apply and let dry. If you aren't already a Glow Coat user, try it just once, won't you?
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, we want to thank all of you for your wonderful support and encouragement during the past year. It's people like you who make people like us like people like you.
And we wish the new Johnson Wax show, Haphazard, starring Ransom Sherman, all the success in the world. We think the sponsor has made a great choice in him, and he's made a great choice in sponsors. Don't you think so, McGee?
I don't know.
What? After all the Johnson Wax people have done for us? What's the matter with you?
Well, take a look. Almost 7 years on the air for them, and what have I got? No pants.
Oh, my.
Good night.
Good night, all.
This is Harlow Wilcox, speaking for the makers of Johnson's Wax Finishes for the home and for industry, inviting you to be with us again next Tuesday night for the premiere of the new Johnson Summer Show, Haphazard, starring Ransom Sherman. And we remind you that America's first line of defense is you and your support. So invest to the best of your ability in defense savings bonds. Good night.
Yes, it certainly pays to keep that car of yours looking its best. It's good business, and you get more pleasure out of a car that's wax polished. That's why car owners have welcomed Johnson's Car New, the easy-to-use auto polish that both cleans and wax polishes in one application. 2 jobs at the same time. Give your car a Car New beauty treatment. The cost is low, the result's amazing. Ask for Johnson's Car New, spelled C-A-R-N-U.
And Fibber and Molly on their way to Hollywood to make the movie Look Who's Laughing. Fibber and Molly, 84 years ago, June 24th, 1941, here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Visit our webpage at classicradio.stream to support the program like Richard and Adele and a number of other people have. We appreciate y'all. Right now, Lucille Ball, Richard Denning, My Favorite Husband.
Civil defense is common sense. This is Fred McMurray. Home shelters can be built for as little as $100. Simple plans for building inexpensive home shelters are available free from your Civil Defense office. Ask for a copy of the Family Fallout Shelter booklet.
And you can get that book by clicking the links in the show notes or over at classicradio.stream. Costs you nothing. And you can have it immediately just by downloading it. Now we're going to go back 76 years, June 24th, 1949. Lucille Ball, Richard Denning in My Favorite Husband.
It's time for My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball.
Jello, everybody.
Yes, it's the new Gay Family series starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning, brought to you by the Jell-O family of desserts.
J-E-L-L. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O puddings, yum, yum, yum. Jell-O tapioca puddings, yes, sirree.
And now, transcribed, Lucille Ball with Richard Denning as Liz and George Cooper, 2 people who live together and like it. If you were a little bird looking down the main street of the town where Liz Cooper lives, you'd see a strange sight right about now. Cars are pulling out of the way. Pedestrians are scurrying to the curb. Dogs and small children are cowering against the buildings. For coming down the street is an automobile with Liz Cooper at the wheel. She signals for a left turn and goes straight ahead. Now she's making another signal. I don't know what that means. Oh, she's waving at George, who's waiting in front of the bank. Now she pulls over to the curb and comes to a gentle stop.
Hi, George. I'm here.
So I see.
Say, I didn't do a bad parking job, did I?
No, only 2 wheels are up on the sidewalk.
Well, come on. We're late and it's my fault. Get in.
I can't.
Why not?
The front wheel is on my foot.
It is not. Now, come on. I'm sorry I'm late, dear. Were you waiting long?
No, just a few hours.
Oh, you're so funny.
Liz, what was the idea of signaling a left turn and then going straight?
Well, I was going around the block, so I'd be headed the right way, but I changed my mind.
You should have a special signal of your own, which means, as you were, I changed my mind. Why can't you make a decision and stick to it, Liz?
I do.
Oh, sure. I'll bet I know why you were late. You couldn't decide which dress to put on.
No, Smarty. I put on the first dress I took out of the closet.
Well, then why were you late?
I didn't like the way it looked, so I changed it.
I thought so. Oh, Liz, I don't think you've ever gone through with anything you've started. Why do you change your mind so much? I don't.
There's a perfectly logical explanation. I'm a woman and you're a man.
Well, what's the difference?
Now, let's not fight, George. Where are we meeting the Atterberries for dinner?
The green room.
We can't go to the green room.
Why not?
I'm wearing my blue dress. I'll clash.
We're going there. They're waiting for us.
Well, I don't want to go there. What stoop decided on the green room anyway?
You did?
Oh.
Oh, we're in luck. There's a parking space. You can pull in right there.
Okay. Oh, there's a closer one up the street. I'll go over there.
This is where I came in. Take this one, Liz. Finish one thing you start.
George, this one up here is much closer to... Oh, it's a fire plug.
No.
Well, I'll back up and take that first one. Oh, look, someone's sneaking into that place. I saw it first.
Liz, will you please make up your mind and do something with the car?
Okay, dear.
Now what? Why are you getting out?
Oh, I just made up my mind what to do with the car. I'm going to let you park it. Oh, there they are. You, Iris, Mr. Atterbury.
I hope they're not angry about waiting. Hiya, folks.
Hello, Liz. Hello, George, boy.
Hello, George. Hello, Liz, girl. Well, I'm sorry we're late. Well, let's get some menus in order. I wonder what's good.
Try the roast beef. It was delicious.
You've eaten already?
No, he's fooling. Ha ha, Rudolph. Now shut up.
I'm hungry.
Well, let's get a waiter. Here comes one. May we have a, oh, well, here's another one. Waiter, are you the, Well, I'll get this one.
I'll lay 3 to 1.
Waiter, if you don't mind, we'd like some,
Reminds me of an inscription I once saw on a waiter's tombstone. It said, St. Peter finally caught his eye.
Well, here's a waiter I won't miss. Waiter.
Yes?
We'd like some menu.
Well, let go of my tails and I'll get you some. I'll be right back.
Oh, look. Some people are leaving that table by the window. If we move over there, we can have a view while we're eating.
Remember what I told you, Liz. This table is fine.
Oh, come on, George. You'd like to move, wouldn't you, Iris?
Well,
You'd like to, wouldn't you, Mr. Atterbury?
Well,
See, George, it's 3 to 1.
But our stuff is already here.
Well, we'll take it with us. Iris, you carry the butter plates. Mr. Atterbury, the napkins.
Yeah?
George, here, you
What?
take the water glasses, and I'll carry the silverware. Hurry up. Someone else is heading for it. Ah, good. We beat them. Everybody pass the things around now.
Here's a plate of water, Iris. Hand me a glass of butter.
Has everyone everything they need?
Yes, I have 3 knives.
I beat you. I have a full house. 3 forks and a pair of spoons.
You'd better call the waiter. He's looking under the other table for us.
Yeah, we'll order over here.
Sorry, this isn't my table.
Oh, come on. Wait on us.
All right, here's the menu.
Let's see. Oh, everything looks so good. I'll have the,
Sorry, we're all out of...
Very amusing. I'll have the roast beef.
One roast beef. What would you like, Iris?
I think I'll try the lamb chops.
One lamb chop.
George, what looks good to you?
Lamb chops, huh? Oh, that sounds good. And they're not fattening either. Waiter, change mine to lamb chops, please.
Yes, ma'am. 2 lamb chops.
That's 2 for each of us.
Yes, ma'am.
And I don't want too much fat on them, but I like them thick.
Would you like me to trot the lamb by? You can pick out the chops you want.
Well.
Liz, don't make a scene.
Well, go ahead, George. You order.
I'd like the sirloin steak. Yes, sir. 1 sirloin steak. How would you like it? Rare and thick and juicy. Right. And you, sir?
Well, I think I'll have a
Gee, George, you made that steak sound so tasty and...
How would you like it, madam? Well, medium, or rare?
Rare.
I'd like the pork chop.
Yes, sir. Now, what would you like to drink? You order last.
Coffee.
Coffee for me, too.
Milk. And what would you like, madam?
Pork chops, huh?
Oh, no.
Would it be too much trouble to change my order?
Why, no. Whatever gave you that idea?
Well, I think I'd like pork chops.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, why don't you write it down?
I wrote it down for you when he ordered it. Yeah. Now, let's see if I've got this straight. Lamb chops for you, a steak for you, pork chops for you, and a new eraser for me.
You know, with all this talk about pork chops, they sound sort of...
Now, you keep quiet, Iris. We've had enough changing of minds.
Yeah, I'll get the appetizers while you fight it out. What's the matter with you, Liz?
Well, I couldn't help it, George. Everything everyone else ordered sounded so just ginger peachy.
Fine thing. Everyone's staring at us.
Who is?
That couple right there.
The ones eating fried chicken?
Yes.
My, doesn't that chicken look good? I think I'll...
You wouldn't dare.
Now, forget it.
Oh, who wants pork chops?
You'll eat them if I have to give them to you intravenously.
Some fun. Go out to dinner and can't even choose what you want to eat. I think it's a...
Bless you. What's the matter? You catching cold?
Yes, there's a draft here from this window.
Oh, well, here, change seats with me.
No, that won't do any good. There's an empty table over behind those potted palms.
Stand by for another troop movement.
Sit down, Liz. We're staying here.
I'm afraid we're making a scene.
Do you want me to catch my death of cold, George? I'm not staying at this table.
Yeah, here we are. Shrimp
Don't
cocktails
stand up,
all
please.
around.
You'll get the waiters. Now, aren't you ashamed of yourself sneaking up behind me and hitting me with a tray?
Liz, I've never been so humiliated in my life. The Atterburys probably won't ever go to dinner with us again.
I'm sorry, George. I guess it was my fault. Everybody seems to think so.
Poor Mr. Atterbury, with shrimp cocktails all over him.
He sure looks silly.
Well, you didn't help any trying to pull that shrimp off his face.
Well, how'd I know it was his nose? Put cocktail sauce on your nose and see what it looks like.
All right, all right.
His nose looks like a shrimp without cocktail sauce.
Liz, this has been a very tiring evening. Now, let's go to bed.
All right.
What are you standing there looking in the mirror for?
I can't make up my mind if I should put my hair up tonight or not.
That does it!
Well, George, why are you looking at me like that?
I can't make up my mind whether to spank you on my right knee or my left knee.
Spank me?
Liz, I'm sick of this inability of yours to make up your mind. Now, why are you so wishy-washy?
I can't help it. My father was a wishy and my mother was a washy.
No mood for jokes.
I can see that.
Whoever started this idea that women have a special privilege of changing their minds?
Don't look at me. I didn't do it.
Well, I don't go for it. And as far as I'm concerned, from now on, you're the same as a man.
I am?
Yes. Now, what have you got to say about that?
Let's go down to the club and have a steam.
Now, I mean as far as making decisions and getting things finished is concerned. Starting right now, when you decide to do something, you're going to do it and not change your mind.
Yes, George.
And once you start anything, you're going to finish it. Understand?
Yes, George. Oh, I just love you when you're so dominating.
No, never mind.
I give you my solemn promise, George, and I'm going to begin right now finishing what I started. Kiss me.
Now, what for?
I started to kiss you this morning when the telephone rang.
Okay.
Oh, George, you're so right about this whole thing. Come on, let's finish that again.
Mrs. Cooper, you've been flying around here all morning. What in the world are you doing?
Katie, last night I went to the George Cooper finishing school.
Huh?
I promised George that from now on I'd finish everything I started. I'm even going back and finish all the things I ever left undone.
This I gotta see.
Katie, when you hear what I'm going to do now, you'll drop dead.
What?
I'm going to clean out the whole desk. Oh, get up, Katie. Come on, I threatened to clean out that desk for years. You can help me.
I'm not touching that desk till you spray it with DDT.
Oh, it's not that bad, Katie. You're exaggerating.
I am not. It's the only desk I've ever seen where the pigeonholes have pigeons in them.
Come on, let's go. We'll open the middle drawer. Ooh, it's stuck.
I don't wonder it's so cram full of junk.
Well, help me pull it open and then jump out of the way. 1, 2, 3. Not as bad as I thought.
How long has it been since you cleaned it out?
Oh, not too long. There's a newspaper on top of the pile. Let's see what it says. McKinley assassinated.
What?
Oh, I remember. Iris Atterbury gave me this paper. It has a recipe on the back.
Well, where'll we start?
Well, first, let's get rid of these bundles of... Oh, Katie, look what I found. Our love letters. Oh.
Oh, now, Mrs. Cooper, don't start reading those now. Oh, Mrs. Cooper.
Oh, that George.
Let's get started with the...
Oh, I called him my little cupcake.
That's nice. Now, about...
He called me his cream puff. He said he liked the way my crust was filled.
Please, let's get this desk done.
Wait a minute. Listen to this letter. George, when you read this, I will be far away. I am going home to Mother.
Now, there's a real love letter.
Oh, I know what this is. I wrote it after our first quarrel. Listen, I never want to see you again, you big,
Well, don't stop now.
That's all there is. I didn't finish it.
Well, why not?
Well, just as I was writing it, I got a wire from George saying he'd gone home to his mother.
Did you ever get back together again?
Katie. Gee, just think how different things might have been if I'd finished this letter and sent it to George. Hey, wait a minute.
What's that gleam in your eye for?
Well, I promised George I'd finish everything I ever started, and I started this letter and it isn't finished.
You're not thinking of actually finishing it and sending it to him?
I certainly am. If I don't finish this letter, then I'm breaking my word to George, and he wouldn't want me to do that. Get me a pen, Katie. Ain't I a stinker?
J-E-L-L. Oh, the big red family. Oh, the big red letters stand for the Jell-O family. That's Jell-O.
Yum, yum, yum.
Jell-O puddings. Yum, yum, yum. Jell-O tapioca puddings. Yes, sirree.
Yes, sirree. The Jell-O family has yum-yum desserts for everybody's family. And for hot weather treats, you just can't beat Jell-O puddings in those 3 wonderful flavors. Jell-O chocolate, butterscotch, and vanilla pudding. They're made with milk and nourishing, but they take only about 5 quick minutes to prepare. Try delicious banana fluff for dessert tomorrow. Just prepare 1 package of Jell-O vanilla pudding as directed. Fold the hot pudding into 1 stiffly beaten egg white, add a diced banana, and chill. Top with a dab of whipped cream. It's delectable, foamy light, and luscious. Pretty as a picture. All 3 Jell-O puddings have real, rich, homemade goodness. So get 3 packages for your weekend desserts. Jell-O chocolate, butterscotch, and vanilla puddings. A trio of treats.
Jell-O.
And now, back to the Coopers. A few minutes ago, Liz, under strict orders from George to finish everything she starts, came across an old letter she once started to write to George, telling him that she was leaving him. Obedient wife that she is, Liz is going to finish it and send it to George.
Oh, Mrs. Cooper, you're not really going to send it to him.
You heard the man. I certainly am, Katie. I'm merely obeying orders. Now, let's see. George, when you read this, I will be far away. I am going home to Mother. I never want to see you again, you big, gee, it's hard to choose.
You want me to suggest some?
No. I'll just say you big brute. There you are. Signed, tearfully, Liz. Now, I'll mail it special delivery, so he'll get it this afternoon.
How do you think Mr. Cooper will react when he thinks you're leaving him?
I know exactly how. He'll come rushing home and beg me to stay. He'll think I found out something he's done.
Well, suppose he hasn't done anything.
Katie, when a man's wife is leaving him, he doesn't say, did I do something she found out about? He says, which one did she find out about? Just wait till this letter's delivered and watch Georgie come marching home on his knees.
Bullseye. Well, George, boy, that's the last game of darts we have time for. Have to do some bank business, you know.
You know, it was a wonderful idea of yours to put this dart game in the recreation room, Mr. Atterbury.
Oh, thank you. Now, take the pinpoints out of the darts and put them back on the counters.
Yes, sir.
Oh, my goodness, look at the time. It's almost the end of the day.
That's right. 2:45.
Pardon me, Mr. Cooper. Here's some mail for you. I thought you'd want it.
Thanks.
I thought you'd want it.
Thanks again.
What was that?
That's my new secretary. She's so new, I haven't even found out her name yet.
We'll wait till she lights someplace, then ask her.
Well, let's see what this important mail is.
Why, Cooper boy, that letter's perfume. Oh, you devil, you. Who's it from?
Yeah, I'm darned if I know. Listen, dear sister, 2 weeks from now, we're holding our annual powwow at Old State U. Won't you be there to greet your sisters of dear old Delta Upsilon Delta? What the heck is that?
Don't you know, sister?
Oh, no wonder it's addressed to Mrs. George Cooper, care of me.
Well, I wondered how long you'd been powwowing with the girl.
Delta Upsilon Delta, D-U-D. Oh, that's Liz's sorority. Doesn't Iris belong to the same one?
Yes, she's a dud, too. Iris got her invitation yesterday.
Look, tonight, why don't we talk our wives into going? It'll do them good to get away from us for a week.
Good idea. We'll insist that they go. Well, boy, it's almost quitting time. Let's go out the back way. I don't want the employees to see me leaving early.
Mr. Cooper, here's another letter that just came for you, special delivery. Mr. Cooper? Oh, I guess they're gone. Well, it's on his wife's stationery. I guess she'll tell him what's in it when he gets home. I'll give it to him tomorrow.
Oh, Iris, I can hardly wait for George to get home.
Liz Cooper, you didn't really send that letter to him, did you, girl?
I certainly did, and I'm going to have plenty of fun with him before I break down and tell him the truth.
Ooh, this is exciting.
Oh, here they come. I'll bet he's terribly upset.
Oh, no, yeah.
He, doesn't sound too upset.
Well, he's probably hysterical. Watch what he says when he comes in.
Hi, Liz. What's for dinner?
Well, that's it, George. Keep up a front. Hide the grief that's in your heart.
What are you talking about?
It smells good, whatever it is.
Go ahead, George. You can speak in front of the Atterburys.
You lost me someplace, Liz. Come again.
Did you get a letter at the bank today?
Oh, your letter.
Yes, my letter.
I'm glad you reminded me. I forgot all about it.
Well, thanks a lot. Weren't you a little surprised when you opened it?
Well, as a matter of fact, I was. I couldn't figure it out at first.
It sure sounded funny when he read it to me.
George Cooper, you didn't read my letter to Mr. Atterbury.
Well, sure. Why not? Oh, well, let's talk about it after dinner. It's not important.
Not important? We'll talk about it right now. What do you have to say about it?
Well, I think you ought to go.
You think I ought to go?
Well, sure. Oh, don't worry about me. I'll get along fine. I don't know why you're crying. It'll be wonderful for both of us.
George Cooper, you ought to be ashamed of yourself.
Oh, you keep out of this, Iris. This is their affair.
Rudolph Atterbury, I think you even agree with that heel.
I do.
What?
As a matter of fact, since Liz is going, I think you should go, too.
Come on, Iris. We can take a hint. Let's go.
Gee, Mr. Atterbury, I had no idea this meant so much to the girls.
Those sororities really get a hold on them, don't they?
Well, we can't sit here all night, Iris. They close the green room at midnight.
You know, I've been thinking, Liz, I'm happy. And you should be. We're free.
Yeah, we're free.
No more bothersome husbands.
No more bothersome husbands.
No more smelly pipes and awful cigars.
No more wonderful pipes and lovely cigars.
No more cold feet in the middle of our backs.
This is the happiest day of my life.
Oh, we gotta stop crying. Is my mascara running?
Yes. Your face looks like it's behind bars.
Got a hanky?
Do you want to blow or mop?
Mop.
Oh, here's one dry corner left.
Thanks.
Iris! Iris!
Oh, George! Oh.
You two scatterbrains, you ran away for nothing.
We did?
Yes. Katie told us about the letter you wrote. He never got it.
We were talking about your sorority reunion. The announcement came to the bank in care of me.
Oh, George, I'm so happy.
Me too.
Well, let's all stay here and have dinner. It'll be a celebration.
Okay. Waiter, dear.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking for you. Now, which one wanted the lamb chop?
I'm ready and waiting, Lucille.
Well, you'd better be. I know we're going to talk about Jell-O, but how are we pudding it tonight?
Well, tonight, Lucille, we're not going to talk about Jell-O pudding.
We're not. You don't mean our connection has been severed.
No, indeed. We're going to sing about them.
Oh, good.
Ready?
Ready.
Okay. Old MacDonald had a farm.
J-E-L-L-O.
And Jell-O makes those fine desserts.
P-U-D-I-ings.
P-U-D-I-ings.
Well, let's see you make it come out right.
That's easy, Lucille. Jell-O puddings always come out right.
Oh, you're so smart.
Yes, that's because they're so easy that anyone can make them.
Is that so?
All you do is add milk, and they take just about 5 minutes to cook.
Is that so? Well, Bob, you and I know it, but old MacDonald, has he got it through his head?
Hey, he sure has. I'll say he has. He's got a Jell-O pudding here, a Jell-O pudding there.
Here, vanilla, there, a chocolate everywhere, a butterscotch.
When you buy Jell-O puddings, you have 3 marvelous flavors from which to choose.
What are they?
Jell-O chocolate, Jell-O vanilla, and Jell-O butterscotch.
Butterscotch, yeah.
And all 3 are chock full of real homemade goodness. They're smooth and creamy. They're rich tasting and distinctive. And they're especially grand for summertime desserts, because they're so simple to prepare.
Oh, Bob, you're so worldly wise.
Oh, it's nothing, really. It's... Lucille? You know, it's like old MacDonald always says, Jell-O puddings for dessert.
Yum, 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 yum.
You have been listening to My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball with Richard Denning, and based on characters created by Isabel Scott Rohrig. Tonight's transcribed program was produced and directed by Jess Oppenheimer, who wrote the script with Madeline Pugh and Bob Carroll Jr. Original music was composed by Marlon Skiles and conducted by Wilbur Hatch. The part of Katie the Maid was played by Ruth Parrott. Lucille Ball can now be seen in the Paramount picture Sorrowful Jones. Be sure to listen to Lucille Ball in My Favorite Husband next week. Bob Lamont speaking.
Good night,
"76 years ago, June 24th, 1949, My Favorite Husband, starring Lucille Ball here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Up next, Peg Lynch, Alan Bunce, The Couple Next Door.
Civil defense is common sense. Hi, this is Tony Bennett. Make sure you're prepared if a nuclear attack ever comes.
Now let's check in with Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce, The Couple Next Door. This goes back 65 years, June 24th, 1960.
CBS Radio brings you The Couple Next Door, written by Peg Lynch and starring Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce.
For heaven's sakes, what is the matter?
Come here. Come here.
The idea of letting out a yell like that when the children are still asleep. I heard you way down in the kitchen.
All right. You were supposed to hear me. Look, I just weighed myself.
Why are you stampeding around with just a bath towel around you? Now get dressed. Breakfast is ready.
Look, from now on, I want butter on my toast. I want cream for my coffee. In fact, I think this morning I'd like some pancakes with maple syrup. I just weighed myself.
Oh, look, you can't expect to lose a lot in only 3 days.
Lose? Look, if I'd even lost a pound. I have gained 2 pounds.
Well, now that is perfectly natural, dear.
What?
I read in the calorie book that often happens. Those 2 pounds are what you ate before you started the diet. They just accumulated, and then they're showing up now.
All right, are you 2 pounds heavier than when we started?
Well, no. In fact, I've lost a pound. But you forget I never do eat as much as you do, especially sweet things or as big a lunch, dear.
You have lost a pound, and I have gained 2 pounds. Both of us dieting.
Get dressed and come on down to breakfast now. We'll talk about it.
I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to diet. I'm going to eat. When I get downstairs, I'd like pancakes and maple syrup.
I did not fix pancakes and maple syrup. There's your soft-boiled egg, dry toast, grapefruit, and either black coffee or skim milk in it if you want it.
I've had that for breakfast since Tuesday.
Wednesday we started the diet.
Right, Wednesday, and I've gained 2 pounds. I've had cottage cheese and raw carrots.
Now, look, you are the one who said to me we should diet sensibly.
Parsley.
Now, I spend all day long figuring out calories, cooking things that will give us a balanced diet.
Watercress.
Trying to find things that aren't fattening.
Look, we aren't fat. We're only trying to lose a few pounds.
Well, the older you get, the harder it is to take it off.
The point is, you love me, I love you. We plan to stay married forever. It doesn't matter if we put on a few pounds. I mean, we're still going to love each other. We're certainly going to be happier than constantly getting out the calorie book to see how many calories are in this or how many in that.
I've never seen you so impatient about anything.
I've never really dieted before this. I've tried to cut down, to say no to a dessert or something, but I've never counted calories before, and I tell you, for the first time in my life, I am sympathetic to people who really have a constant weight problem.
I know.
I honestly do not see how people who are ordered by their doctors to take off, like 100 pounds ever manage it. I tell you, it takes real character.
Well, then, when you think of people who do have a real weight problem,
I sympathize, but that doesn't help me. Anyhow, I think maybe we're overdoing it. I can't see that it hurts to have just a dab of butter and strawberry jam on my toast. Little things like that, and a dab of cream and sugar in my coffee, maybe.
It's the dabs that add up.
Well,
dab of this, a dab of that, 50 calories more here, 50 more there. First thing you know, you're 300 or 500 or 1,000 calories over, And the minute you start cheating even a little when you're on a diet, then it's easy to keep on doing it. Now, I say if we're going to diet, let's diet and stick to it and no exceptions.
Okay, you're right.
Furthermore, let's stop talking about it.
I know, it's funny. Ever since we started dieting, I can't seem to think of anything else but food.
Well, let's not even think about it. Goodness, we certainly have many other things we should talk about and think about, too.
Okay, let's eat our grapefruit, even though it's sour and needs sugar.
Honey.
All right. Let's talk about something else.
Well, first of all, I wish you'd pick up my watch at the jeweler's. It's right near your office, and he said it'd be ready today.
Watch? All right, I'll get it.
Then you better stop at the Railway Express office on your way home and pick up whatever they tried to deliver yesterday when I wasn't home. Well, I better find the slip. You'll have to have that. Wouldn't you know, I was gone exactly half an hour yesterday. That's all, half an hour. And that's the time the express man came. And, of course, they don't leave it. That's what makes me so mad. They come once. And if you're not home to receive it, then you've got to trot all the way down to the express office to get it.
Yeah, I know. Get what?
I don't know. Some more of your bulbs, I suppose, for the garden that you're always sending away for. Looking for the slip. I don't know if it... Oh, here it is. Oh, here's a letter from Aunt Effie, too. I didn't tell you about that. She's sorry, but after inviting Betsy to come for the summer, now she doesn't think she can have her after all, so...
Oh, well, that's okay. I wasn't crazy about Betsy going away anyhow.
No, I wasn't either.
What do you mean about bulbs?
Well, I don't know what they are, dear. Maybe it's some rose plantings or something you're always sending away for garden things.
No, not recently. I'm not expecting anything.
Well, here, look at the slip. Whatever was shipped was marked perishable. It says so right here. The man marked it down, and your rose cuttings are always marked perishable. You said you were sending for some.
Darling, I can't help it. I was going to, but I didn't get around to doing it. Unless one of these places I get things from has sent me something free. Last year, one of them sent me some gladiola bulbs free, to try.
Well, I don't know. You better pick up whatever it is, since it's apparently perishable. Anyhow, what else would be perishable?
Food.
Oh, stop it with you. Honestly, why would anybody send us food anyhow? They never have. Anyhow, what kind?
I don't know. I only know I'm not expecting anything for the garden. With our usual luck, now that we're on a diet, I'll bet somebody has sent us something to eat.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
It says so right on the crate, and... there. There you are. See for yourself. There's a crate full. A crate full of avocados.
Look at all of them. Oh, how wonderful.
Wonderful? Do you know how many calories in just one avocado?
It can't be much. It's fruit, isn't it? Oh, my favorite.
Yeah, wait a minute. Where's the calorie bucket? I remember noticing avocado and being surprised it had so many.
something?
Just a second.
For 5 years, Ginny Faber's been promising to send me these avocados. She knows how crazy I am about them, and she said one time I've got them growing right in my backyard down there. Someday I'll send you a whole crate full. So for once, you'll have all the avocados you want. Oh, look at them.
Here.
Aren't they beautiful? They're like,
Here,
nice.
1/2 small avocado is 200 calories.
I don't care. I've even dreamt of having all the avocados I wanted for once. I thought Ginny forgot. And now she remembered and sent them. I can't freeze them, dear. I am certainly not going to throw them away, I'll tell you that.
Well, you can give most of them away before they spoil. I mean, we're
Now,
on a
look,
diet
just
now.
because you don't like avocados, it's easy for you to say.
I like cream in my coffee, and you don't, so it's easy for you to tell me to give that up or have skim milk. Oh, now look, don't wrap your arms around that crate and start crying over it.
God, I sure feel like it.
Come on, honey. Chin up. Well, we still have just one chin to worry about. Come on, now look, get away, will you? Let me put the crate out of your sight before you're tempted to stuff yourself. Let go.
No.
Let go of that crate.
No. Oh, you're
Honestly.
mean. I think you're just mean. Oh, honey, you said yourself if we got fat, we'd still love each other. I may never in my life again have a whole crate of avocados. Look, I'll make a bargain with you. You can have cream in your coffee every meal and a piece of pie on Sundays.
Darling,
Please,
who would we
dear.
be kidding? Either we diet or we don't.
All right. Forget what I said. But if we're this way after only 4 days, how long do you think we're going to be able to stick it out?
I don't know. But it'll be interesting to see.
The Couple Next Door stars Peg Lynch and Alan Bunce.
Dieting is never fun. 65 years ago, June 24th, 1960, The Couple Next Door here on Classic Radio Theater with Wyatt Cox. Hope you'll visit our webpage over at classicradio.stream and be with us tomorrow for Jeff Regan, Investigator, Mr. President, The Whistler, I Was a Communist for the FBI, and Lum and Abner. Thanks for being with us here on Classic Radio Theater. I'm Wyatt Cox.